fan, or do we need to turn that off?
They're all gonna get added to the other. I remember when ads only directly affected the shit.
Yeah? No. Because I'm a baby.
I mean, people were on the internet at the time. I don't know if you want to play yeah, you used to have to, as a streamer, manually turn on an ad.
Legit?
Yeah.
Weird. Can you...
We are mostly sound testing at the moment, so
Yep.
I need to know if you guys can hear the fan.
It's picking up on the microphone.
Is it?
Yep. Yeah, it's picking up. No fan for us. Yay.
It actually doesn't look like it's picking up less than that. I guess we can let us know if it sounds any different.
Hi! We've got a working gamepad this time. I'm the one who does the good things. Anyway. They come for me, they don't come for you.
Sure. Never mind.
Check the what now? Who?
Can you use the mouse and the gamepad at the same time?
Yes.
So, should one of us just hold one? So we don't have to swap
Yeah.
back and forth?
Here.
Whatever's coming for you. I am not in frame. You keep drifting left.
God. Motherfucker.
Oh, no, you didn't drift left, you just moved the entire computer.
Fuck off, dude. Like, genuinely. Blaming me for everything?
Yeah. I had it set up so we were both in frame.
It's literally not my fault. 2 players. Full game or not?
Full game. Always full game. Do I need to tilt it down anyway?
Do we want to share a controller or do we have one for each?
Oh, that's new. So it's gonna make us... Go ahead, click share control. See if it'll still let you use the mouse.
It will.
Okay. You wanna skip or wanna watch it all?
You know what? Let's go through the opening spiel.
Okay. I'll let you start.
Spooky high school, the sweetest years of our lives. Back then, we were young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. We're blocking some of the text box.
Are we? Okay. Can fix.
Mike's a piece of garbage. Mike, you actually suck.
Thanks. I try real hard. Also, before she starts talking again, if you cannot hear me at all, let me know.
We're on a wild journey to discover who we really were. Who am I? I'm my usual. I will never be anything but this lovely lady here. I identify with her most expertly.
She's pretty great.
Sweet.
I'm gonna try out Zombie Boy.
You're gonna try out Zombie Boy? Alright. There you go.
Okay.
We had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the monster prom. I remember it clearly. 3 weeks were left, and as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 6 most charismatic classmates.
Huzzah!
Miranda Vanderbilt, 19, a sweet mermaid princess owl, who was as cute as she was genocidal. Damien LeVay, 21, a fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Aaron Hansen, no, Scott Howell, 21, a werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly large heart. Liam de Lioncourt, 4XX, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid that he was truly a lovable dork.
So 4XX apparently means 1,000 years.
Polly Geist, 22, a party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things.
What?
And Vera Oberlin, 23, a mean self-made Gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It was clear it had to be one of them. But who?
I did discover last night that I was wrong. This is not made by the people who did the Yogg. It's just heavily inspired by it.
Ooh. So what you're telling me is you're a fucking useless idiot, as usual.
Yes.
As I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start.
Oh, what's the pun with Miranda?
Yes, Miranda. Yeah, good job.
Oh, I thought you discovered something we didn't know.
No.
Okay.
Welcome to Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever. All minds are rotten, but they're rotten in so many different ways. Worry no more. We're using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever will throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character's stats. This way, each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true selves. Let's start. Alright, here's the curse one.
Let's see.
First, take care of my enemies the old-fashioned way. This one.
Let's see. Got smart.
The coolest reality show would be 8 rich people fight in weekly challenges to see who's the best at giving money to you.
That's pretty good.
People in positions of power must face all sorts of questions relevant to their field, and if they fail, they lose their jobs and society wins. 12 experts on the various arts of seduction live in a house where they must face a common challenge, seducing a potato into marriage, somehow. You know what? Yeah.
That's a pretty good one. I like this one. I also like the money one. Look at this one. I'm very smart.
What would be your dream first date? A professional meeting where you charm your date with some astonishing business advice? A sweaty and manly wrestling match? Crimes? Just crimes. Just crimes. An art exhibition experimental enough to give you a seizure. A wild party in international waters, or a lovely walk in the forest after rescuing your date from a dragon. Aww. I kinda wanna go with crimes though.
Yeah? Is that your dream first date?
Legit, yes. I love crimes. I love doing the crime.
I'm also gonna go crime. So
Oh! Are we both going for Damien?
yeah,
Okay.
this is a head-to-head. This is not cooperative anymore. This is demon boy or bust. Let's see who can seduce a demon easier.
Let's go. First off, let's skip class.
Go for that bold.
Yeah. I guess some people want to watch the world burn by skipping class and hanging out in bathrooms with car batteries. And gain 2 boldness. Alright, so I'm up to 9. Good. You see Damien and Miranda with their heads in their hands. They look glum. You ask them what's up. Ugh, we're boned. I do not know what this boned means, but I'm not optimistic about our chances on the upcoming exam. It's not fair. I shouldn't have to fail the test just because I spent all week in a really brutal mosh pit instead of going to class. And I did study. I had my servants read the entire textbook twice.
I love your princess voice, by the way.
But for some reason, my servants are not allowed to take the test for me. Well, there's only one thing left to do. Chop up the teacher and melt his body in acid. No! There's got to be another way. Doesn't there? Easy. Just lobby the government until they remove the class from the entire school system. Or you don't need to murder your teacher or something like this. Just burn down the entire school.
Fucking metal.
Shit yeah! Finally a good excuse to do what I was probably gonna do eventually anyway. I'm sure it's actually a good excuse. But it's too late. Damien is already running through the halls with 2 gallons of gasoline, soaking everything. Later, as Damien is let out of the school in handcuffs for the 3rd time this week, he gives you a smile and a wink. Suckers. They can't make me take this test if I'm in jail! I win again. Damien's happy, and only a small portion of the school burned down. Looks like everybody wins. You gain +2 fun and +1 boldness.
Sure. Alright, what are my stats? Garbage.
Oh yeah, you're not bold at all.
I'm very smart. Alright, I gotta go for fun, because I know he likes that too. Look at his guts.
That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there are like 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension, the consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself. But who cares? It's a rad party.
True.
You gain 2 fun. You're bored and doodling in your notebook when Damien suddenly appears. What the fuck is this doodle? Is that me?
Maybe.
Am I cuddling shirtless with Liam? How gay are you?
Loser.
What? Dude, if you're looking for a shortcut to the morgue, this is your lucky day. Give me one good reason not to cuddle your face with my fists.
Hot.
Oh no, they discovered your erotic fan art of them. You can't think of any way to calm down the both of them. But maybe the right answer can calm down one of them. What the fuck is this? This fuckery, dear Damien, is art. I present to you, Yowie. Or, don't be silly, you don't want to fight me, you're clearly fighting against your urge for cuddling.
I mean...
Yeah, what? Liam, you're the know-it-all here. What's this? I think it's some nerd thing? Okay. I just checked it out on my phone. It seems to be related to Sherlock? At least half the image in the search results are about it.
The other half were Trunks and Gohan.
A nerd thing? Say no more. Now let me show you my own original form of art. Disemboweling bastards! That was actually an ancient art among the people from the island of,
Oh, I lost creativity.
Shut up, Liam! Damien didn't disembowel you, but he still kicked your ass big time, and your sick yaoi skills were no use in saving you. You lose 1 fun and 1 boldness. Let's trade places! Here we go. Everybody chooses a brand. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the players before clicking.
Kaiba Corp.
That's not a real brand,
It
Michael.
didn't say a real one.
Oh my god. Capsule Corp, fine.
It's the Battle of the Corpse.
Player order is decided based on how normal it would be to name your first child after the selected brand.
Well, his middle name is Corp regardless.
Kaiba.
Yeah,
Just Kaiba.
it's Kaiba or Capsule. Which one's more normal?
Captain Sully. Capsule. Kaiba is more normal. Hey Mike, maybe going for Damien isn't the best idea.
I got really bad stats at this time.
Alright, where are you going?
Let's see.
Oh, fuck off! You sit down to enjoy a nice normal meal at the Spooky High Cafeteria, as usual. LOL, JK! Something fucked up is always going on here. Today's no different. Oh, hello, Mike. Did you want to come sit with us and our imaginary friend? No one else is here. The imaginary friend roars, and the whole cafeteria shakes. Okay, Mike, you have some smarts. You're probably gonna figure this out pretty quickly. Why do we have a wild beast under our table? Why don't you take a guess? He's asking you to guess because we totally forgot our plan.
God.
Scott! No, we didn't! Shut up!
I like that Damien's pretty much just as dumb as Scott half the time.
We were gonna teach it the piano, or maybe the saxophone. I lost my notes. No worries, no notes needed. You know exactly what they should do with this wild beast. The wild beast should be the new school mascot. Put him in a sports jersey and let's rock. Go team! Or it's obvious you brought such a beast to the kitchen to turn it into the next Monster Chef champion so you can split the big Monster Chef cash prize.
The bottom one seems very creative, and I'm not very creative. Let's go with this.
Oh, that's a great idea! I'm pretty sure Spooky High already has a mascot, but you know what they say, the more mascots the merrier! I really don't think they say that. Well, they should! If most schools only have one mascot, having multiple mascots will be one more thing that makes our amazing school even more extra special. I can see it now. The Spooky High wild beast that Scott and Damien kept under a tables! Rah, rah! Wild beast! Eat the other team and make a feast! And try not to get an infection from yeast!
Oh my.
Actually, that chant is pretty dope. Mike, thank you tons! The wild beast mascot sure will be fun! If you ask me, I owe you one!
Man, he's still rhyming.
If you were to nitpick, you could point out that tons and one/fun don't actually rhyme. But why would you nitpick such an adorable and genuine display of affection from darling Scott?
He is a good
Let's
boy.
go.
You're so bold.
You're planning to sit by yourself today, but the only table you can find is partly taken by the coven. You do feel kind of sorry for them. After all, no one ever seems to want to sit with
We're
them.
here to save the day.
Oh good, it's you. We can practice one of our spells on you. And this is probably why. Oh, don't look so worried. We're preparing for an upcoming battle with the disgruntled Lord of the Seventh Circle, and if we don't do our homework, we'll have a hell of a time beating him. The audience laughs. Wait, the audience? Anyway, we've got 2 spells we've been meaning to try out. Magical enhancements to help us beat this big bad. Do you think we could try one on you? Pretty please? Aw, says the audience. You know, a magical enhancement doesn't sound half bad. You can choose either of the 2 options. The spell lets you see the future and also the past and the present, and you can watch live TV anywhere.
Rad.
Or, now you want to go for something a bit different, let's do the spell that turns you into 2 helicopters.
You're gonna be 2 separate helicopters.
2 helicopters. Not just 1, but 2. They'd have 6 helicopters between them.
Yeah, if they did to all of them, yeah.
I don't actually... Ooh.
I feel like the helicopters is either a bold or a fun move, so you've got a decent shot.
The choice is made, Wingardium Doublecopter! You always wondered what it would be like to be 2 helicopters. You both rise through the ceiling of the cafeteria, shattering the skylight and showering the students with glass. We should have thought this through! We should have thought this through! You ditch school and spend the afternoon cruising the city, murdering birds and fucking up people's drones. Eventually you start to wonder, if you're 2 helicopters, which helicopter contains the real you? If one helicopter is destroyed, where does your consciousness reside? These philosophical questions are outside your comfort zone. You finally return to school and let the coven restore you to your former body. But your experience being 2 helicopters has left you with a mind more flexible than ever. You gain 4 creativity.
Rad.
Everybody chooses an object, say your choice out loud to the rest of the players. A shitty game... Nickelodeon Gak? A shitty gamepad that doesn't work. Player order decided based on how good the selected object would be as your only weapon in a battle royale situation. Start debating now. Alright, my gamepad doesn't work, but it's got a cord on it so I can use it to strangle people.
You've also got a flail option. Let's be
I
honest.
do.
Trying to win a battle royale using only Nickelodeon Gag.
Yep.
You could definitely use it to distract people. I guess it depends on if I'm by myself. I get battle royale by myself. I think you win.
Yay!
I don't think I can win with only Nickelodeon Gag.
Let's go.
That day during recess, you start recess in the middle of the night. You start a half-hour rave that goes full
Recess lasts
crazy.
all day.
You're casually chatting with Juan, the small magical Latino cat.
I don't think he's always there.
You start telling him the hilarious story of what happened last summer at Monster Camp. You know which one, the one involving the beehive, the blow-up doll of the president, the penguin mask, and the mystery of the Goblin King. Slowly, lots of people start joining you to hear the story. By the time you say where the Goblin King was, 100 people or so burst into hysterical laughter. You turn on a mobile app that captures all the laughter and turns it into 2 fun. You notice Scott and Damien waving their phones in each other's faces and decide to take a look. As you get closer, you realize they're discussing Pokemon's Go, the mobile game based on the hit television show Pocket Humans.
Fucking metal.
You bet your ass I do. And check it out, his fiscal responsibility stat is 11. He's a fucking beast at doing his taxes. I heard he's lactose intolerant though. Yeah, I feed him nothing but cheese pizza to fuck with him. He hates it. That's not very nice. I'm super nice to my Leslie Dunbar. Oh, fuck you! You got Leslie Dunbar, the queen of insurance liability management? Yeah, I had to trade 2 Mindy Babcocks and a Jared Fogle together, but it was so worth it.
Oh, poor Jared Fogle.
Oh my god, good lord. That's nothing. You've got a Pokemon so rare, it'll send them both into shock. You whip out your phone and show them your... Winslow Gibbs, fiscal responsibility 14, armor class 20, loving owner of a speedboat and several dogs. Scabs, rent-a-car, sex murderer.
Oh, okay. Well, I know which one you gotta pick.
Now this is what I'm talking about. I didn't even know they made Pokemons like this. What type is this? Criminal type? Why the fuck did nobody tell me this was in the game? Whoa, Damien, calm down. You're shaking your phone and it's upsetting Walter Jacobs. Fuck Walter Jacobs. I'm getting myself a Scabs rent-a-car and he's gonna murder all my other Pokemons. Yo, I'd offer to trade you my whole roster for that mean son of a bitch, but all my Pokemons are obviously lame as hell. And hell is pretty lame. Why do you think I'm up here all the time? Tell you what, I'll beat up the loser of your choice free of charge if you hook me up with that mighty bastard. Why not? You never know when a free beatdown might come in handy. You lose 1 Scabs rent-a-car, but you gain 2 creativity and 1 boldness.
Sure.
Love my little icon. God, my boldness is so low.
You stitched your arm to your jacket.
No.
That day you skip class and hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. But you don't stop there, you want the world to know how reckless you are for the rest of eternity, so you do some graffiti on the wall. No way! Oh god. Excuse me? I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm disgusting. The graffiti says, I'm bold as fuck. And you know what? Turns out the wall is a magical wall that grants wishes. What a wall! A deep voice resounds from within the wall and says, well, not bold as fuck, but maybe a bit bold. And then you gain +2 boldness. Oh boy, that's an opinionated wall. Anyway, lucky you! I look up to find Liam and Scott waving their phones in each other's faces. What about this one? Nah, I definitely swiped left on that one, bro. But this is my best picture! But it's not even a picture of you. It's just a photo of a stop sign wearing a top hat. It's artistic? I don't know. Maybe if it was a picture of a fire hydrant. Well, it's not as if your pictures are in any way superior. What are you even doing in this one? Smiling. See? Unacceptable. But I like smiling. Are you sure it's wrong? Of course I am. Look, I'll even bring an impartial third party. You're renowned for your Tinder success. What's your secret? I don't just smile with my face, I also draw a smiley face on my bare chest, or I shock and amaze them with my custom Instagram filter Sepia Mustache Enigma.
I'm not creative enough.
Oh, I rock filters so obscure you haven't heard of them yet. Classic rural fire hydrant, dead mouse on train tracks, eternal beige.
Dude, mouse on train.
Your filter isn't even fit to filter my filters. You didn't know you could filter filters? You got a lot to learn about being an indie piece of shit. You lose 2 fun and 1 creativity.
I'm just not doing anything. Is what I'm
You
not
suck.
hitting anybody. I've ruined everything. I started with the worst stats.
Ooh, something happens to me.
I'm just like super smart and nothing else.
Let's go.
That weekend, Liam contacted you for your advice. No. You misunderstand. I don't want your advice. I want to hear you express an opinion, just to see if you're capable of forming one. Specifically, I'd like to hear your opinion on Mike's cultural literacy. Well, apparently you don't know shit about Instagram.
I'm super smart, but that doesn't mean shit.
Is he cultured, like an artisanal cheese, or uncultured, like milk?
Like, no.
Mike is so cultured he can tell the difference between theater and theater. Or Mike is so uncultured he thinks a sonnet is a female son.
That's pretty good.
You know what? You're going for Damien,
Yeah?
so I'm gonna be a wingman with Liam.
Okay.
Dan? I mean, so can I. I definitely heard the difference between the 2 words you just said. If you'll excuse me, I have to go find Mike now. For romantic reasons, not to ask him to explain what you said. Why would you think that? Liam hurries off on his artistic mission. Silly Liam. The difference is that theater is done by actors, whereas theater is done by actors. You gain 3 creativity. Look at my stats, boy. Oh, they're so good. Let's trade places. Everybody chooses an animal.
Ostrich.
You.
Yeah?
Player order is decided based on how likely it would be for the selected animal to take over humankind. Ostrich wins. No. There's no way you could take over all humankind. You're a lazy fat piece of shit.
Good. I actually thought you meant you as in the ostrich.
Sure.
Like,
No, where are you going?
I've got like, jeez, I've got like no good stats.
That day you skipped class intending to spend the term in the bathrooms, but you encountered 3 wild hyenas on the way there. What the fuck? Who the fuck runs security here? Anyway, you subdue them with the help of a hair comb. God bless the Monster Scouts and all the idiotic scenarios they prepared you for.
But that chair almost came back again.
I need you to drop dead right now.
I'm already a zombie.
I hate you. I hate you with the burning intensity of 1,000 suns deep within my tiny body.
And that's why we're going for Damien.
And that's why you get +2 boldness. Fuck you. Scott strolls by, happily munching on something. Liam gapes at him appalled. What on earth are you eating, Scott? This delicious new flavor of Fangel's potato chips. Maximum Ultimate Double Barbecue Massacre. Really? Because it looks like a raw severed goat head inside a cardboard tube. Oh! Yeah, I guess it does. I could have sworn it was potato chips. Still tasty, though. Tasty? Tasty? Does wanton environmental destruction sound tasty to you?
A little bit.
I don't know. Is that a kind of jerky? No, Scott. Don't you realize that in order to harvest these goat heads, Fangles and Co. decapitate millions of innocent goats every year? But what do you do with the bodies of the goats? Nothing! It's a horrendously wasteful practice! Oh no! All those poor headless goat bodies running around and bumping into things? We have to stop them!
Love it.
Wait, really? I was just trying to make you feel guilty. I didn't actually have a plan of action. But if someone were to suggest one... Assemble an army of vengeful undead goat torsos, or write an extremely mean blog post. Ah, yes. Necromancy. The ultimate tool in the protester's arsenal. I ain't got another burp brewing. Oh, excuse me. Ooh, can I ride a goat? Can I? Huh? Of course you can ride a goat. In fact, given your size, you'll probably need to ride several. What's a several? Is that a really big goat? No time to explain basic concepts, Scott. We've got an invasion to orchestrate. As long as you're reanimating things, you reanimate some severed goat heads too. You'll eat anything, which totally helps you clean your room. You gain 2 creativity and 1 smarts.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Where would you like to take over?
Here, you asshole. I'll make some more money. Mining some bitcoins. This is supposed to have something to do with solving algorithms and the rise of cryptocurrency. But you guessed that nobody actually has any fucking idea how it works. Anyway, you gain 2 bitcoins, which is equal to $2 million, which unfortunately is equal to 2 monster dollars. So, 2 money. Later, you see Damien packing a bag. I'm going away for the weekend. To detention. I have fucking detention again. Why? Just because I rigged the teacher's lounge door with booby traps that poured selkie piss on whoever opened it? I mean, I didn't even set anything on fire this time. Let me spill the tea. The school is strict as fuck. Anyway, just brainstorming some ways to keep things entertaining beyond fucking ditching. Do it. Do it! Just fucking ditch! Do it! Do it! Cross-species, economic, and social barriers to make lifelong friends with a diverse group of students in detention and find out through silly dancing that you're not so different after all.
Well,
Damn, why didn't I think of that? I mean, I just did, but I didn't consider it as a serious option. If I skip detention, what are they gonna do? Give me detention? I could do anything. Make a bonfire out of the desks, jerk off into the potions, and I'll just skip detention forever and wreak as much havoc as I want. Fuck yeah, havoc! Well, you may have created a monster, but at least he's your monster. You gain 2 smarts and 1 boldness.
oh,
Look at my fucking stats. Let's trade places. Something cool. Damien. Damien, cool.
he's hot.
Boy.
The mere concept of Applebee's.
Player orders decided based on how weird it would be to find the selected thing as the prize in a Happy Meal.
I think both of them are pretty weird. But yours is a whole person.
Mine's a whole grown-ass man in a Happy Meal.
Mine is effectively a fortune cookie fortune. The mere concept of that, you got it.
How did Damien fit in my Happy Meal? Is he in the little fucking plastic baggie?
There's actually just a little candle in there because he sits where there's fire, remember?
Let's go.
Eat piss. You find Scott and Damien shoving hot dogs and mashed potatoes into their mouths while Coach cheers them on.
Always believe in yourself.
Go boys, go! Oh, that did sound a lot like Nappa from TFS. Go boys, go! Munch your way to victory.
Yep, that's definitely Curtis.
There's no truer sport than an eating contest. Thanks, Crutch. Shut up and let me eat. It looks like it's a pretty fair fight so far, but where's the fun in that? Time to step in and tip the balance. Distract Scott with surprise fireworks. What the hell? You were planning on setting off these fireworks in here anyway. You let them rip. Hey, stop that! Who did that? Who's making noise? I'm yelling because I'm scared. They found us, Scott. The Viet Cong. Oh lordy, it's Nom all over again. Scott and Coach flee the cafeteria. Damien lets out a sigh, full of equal parts relief and mashed potatoes. Ugh, thanks. I was eating like I normally do when those 2 idiots came over and turned it into a sport. It's not my fault I eat so fast. I've got a literal furnace in my stomach. And Damien lets you have some of his half-chewed hot dogs. Nice. Some would say that's almost like making out with him.
Sure.
Let's see.
Show me that money.
Hi, stranger. It's been a while. I missed you.
Let's see. Oh, I have to actually go.
You know what my favorite thing in the world is? People who buy stuff. Be one or be gone. Everybody chooses something bad. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the players before clicking. Sending the high school coach into a war flashback. That's bad.
Me playing video games.
You're not wrong. Player orders decided based on how likely it would be for humankind to perish due to the selected thing.
Oh boy, I hope I'm the cause of humanity's extinction because I played video games.
Badly. Although it's way more likely for you to set off like a murderous coach and for him to fucking launch nukes at everything because he's in a flashback.
Yep.
I win again, fuck you.
Let's go.
Let's go over here.
Blue, the way your post earlier went, it looks like you got cake in the bathroom.
Yep. You spot Juan, the small magical Latino cat, who seems a bit sad. He explains to you he's worried people are so used to calling him Juan, the small magical Latino cat, that now everyone defines him only by his size, magicality, ethnicity, and species. He's more than that. You correct him. You don't see him in such simplistic terms and convenient definitions. It's just that there are around 23 other different Juans in this school, so adding all that to his name is quite necessary. You tell him you'll never forget about him and the crazy adventures you both lived together in Monster Prom's prequel, Monster Middle School. You have a great time remembering those crazy stories. You gain 2 fun. You're casually reading the latest issue of Monster magazine when you are rudely interrupted. See? Even Parko, a sensible monster with a good head on her shoulders, has at least some smarts, is reading Monster magazine. Yeah, and that's bad because we're warriors, so we need to fight. What? Scott takes the magazine from you and punches it. Hooray! Let's go solve another of the world's major problems. No, Scott, we're social justice warriors. You see, Parko, ever since our major success with the Fangles goat head debacle, we've taken it upon ourselves to stand up against injustice. By punching magazines! No, Scott. As you no doubt noticed, Monster Magazine's sexiest monster alive this year is Count Victor von Musselbod, the werewolf prince / bodybuilder. That makes him the 5th royal werewolf bodybuilder in a row to earn that title. What about those of us with leaner physiques? What of our representation? He's got a point. So now we're endeavoring to get Monster Magazine to name someone from a more marginalized community as their sexiest creature alive. We just need to figure out a way to convince them, since I guess punching the magazine wasn't good enough. Psh, that's easy. All you need to do to solve everyone's body image issues forever is make our own version of the magazine featuring a 3-winged chupacabra on the cover, or lean heavily into the warrior part, storm Monster Magazine, and hold the editor-in-chief captive until he promises to stop exclusively promoting one aesthetic as the pinnacle of monster sexiness. Ooh, yes, good plan. I love being a warrior. I'll admit, it does sound like an attention-grabbing demonstration, if nothing else. Hot diggity dog! With that, you're off to storm the Monster Magazine headquarters, using the element of surprise. Your second favorite element, right after nitrogen. You're able to overpower Monster Magazine security and march straight to the editor-in-chief's office. We demand better representation! We demand to be warriors! Look at Scott. Look at my warrior. Oh my god. It's time we use our weapons, and our fists, and our fighting to sit down and have a heartfelt conversation about the damage lack of representation can do to society. The heartfelt conversation is very felt by the heart and quite conversation-y. It delves deeply into the editor-in-chief's own deeply rooted body image issues and how idealizing werewolves makes him feel more comfortable. You all agree he should be in therapy, and he agrees that he should do a special issue of Monster devoted to all kinds of beauty.
Aww.
Hooray! You gain 2 fun and 1 charm.
Sure.
I don't...
Your pronunciation of aesthetic is upsetting to me.
I mean, that's technically...
I will pronounce things how I wish to pronounce them.
I mean... that's how you would pronounce those two letters together. Aesthetic.
Aesthetic.
Either that or it's aesthetic because of the whole ether thing.
Aesthetic.
Listen.
Aesthetic? No, aesthetic.
That's just because you hold on to C when you pronounce it.
Aesthetic. Fuck you.
Alright, there's no way I'm getting Danny.
You gotta try. You have to.
I can't. The bathrooms, they shut.
Oh. Ooh.
I can't do fun either. Jeez. Like literally, there's
Eat
no
shit.
way. There's no way he's ever gonna. I have 4 turns.
Go for the vampire. You're being encouraged to go for Liam.
I don't think I have the right stats for that. I mean, I've got decent smart. But I'm not creative either, so.
So go to acting.
Oh my god, I am a dragon.
Oh. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you a figurative blowjob. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You've gained 2 creativity. You find Liam storming out of the dressing room, still wearing his very fancy costume. He goes straight to Vera, where she sits in the audience, as usual, judging people. You've got to help me, Vera. Art is in jeopardy. Help you? Please. I signed up to be a dramaturge specifically because it allowed me to criticize people without doing any real work. You may return to your calculated apathy immediately after helping me sign underground supergroup Yogurt Resort into our play. You want Yogurt Resort to score our play? The one who did help me, I'm drowning in tractors. I hate to admit it, but that's actually a very cool idea. The fact that someone besides me knows about Yogurt Resort only makes me slightly less excited about this plan, which should tell you how important this is to me. How are you going to pay for that, though? Ugh, that's exactly what the director said. Everyone is trying to smother my artistic spark beneath the boot heel of capitalism. It appears I must make some concessions to the inevitable hand of the market if I'm able to realize my dream. Yeah, I definitely want this to happen, Liam. We just have to figure out how. Have a bake sale, but with cocaine instead of baked goods, or tell them we're all orphans and that this is a charity event. Oh, of course. This will require only a minor adjustment of my underground criminal empire. I mean, what is a drug?
What is a drug?
No time for feigned innocence, Vera. This is about art. The two get to work smuggling kilos of cocaine across the border and using it to make powdered donuts. Soon, almost everyone at school is hooked on cocaine. Most of the actors quit the play to focus on their addiction.
Oh, good.
That's fine by Liam, though. He really just wanted Yogurt Resort to come and play. And they do! Sure, some people got their lives ruined, but somebody's gotta suffer for Liam's art, right? You gain 2 boldness and 1 smarts.
Well, hey, I got boldness out of that, so...
That weekend, something happened to you.
Sure.
You're practicing your moves against the invisible ninjas, who are totally real and totally after you, when you spy a much more visible threat. Yo, fuckhammer, I need your advice about something. Do you know what the most powerful force on Earth is? Stronger than anvils or swords or my 9-pack abs? It's love. And I think I might just be in it with your buddy Parko. Sure, love is already hardcore, just because the feelings are so strong, and it's badass. But the love will be doubly as strong and badass if it turns out Parko is as hardcore as I think she is. And, of course, there's only really one way to judge a person's true soul. You know her pretty well. Do you know what her inner murder weapon would be? Duh, of course you do, by which you mean you're totally having to make it up on the spot. So now's the time to decide Parko's fate. Fun, right? Don't be a dick, unless you want to, in which case totally go for it. Major cardiovascular disease.
I've got 3 turns. Can I make this? I'll do a quick math in my head real quick, because if I can't make this, then I want to encourage you just because I want to see it in the talks. Boldness.
I'm gonna tell you something
I
right
had
now.
really good boldness last time and I didn't get it either. Or you didn't get it when you had boldness.
But
sorry.
here's the thing, though. The game has already put you on a path with Liam. Because you stopped seeing him and started seeing Liam everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm still gonna be seeing Damien.
I feel like, in theory, that shouldn't necessarily stop things. Like, I feel like the hearts are just bonuses. Right?
It is literally you building affection with that person. Because that's how dating sims work.
But then there's nothing competitive about this game, though, if I have to pick who the game chooses for me. You know what I mean?
No.
Like, there's no...
Because
Because the game absolutely chose him for me. I didn't say a damn thing to him.
It's you like subtly influence it. We can absolutely be competitive. Like if you chose the thing that breaks a heart or whatever, you would take me like down a relationship peg with Damien. And I would have to work to make that up.
Okay.
An electric chair? Damn, I knew Parko seemed too good to be true. And now that's definitely 100% confirmed because literally nothing is as convincing to me as being told by some random classmate what murder weapon someone's soul looks like. I bet Parko's such an electric chair, she actually would go through a trial and due process and all that shit before ever murdering someone. Disgusting. What happened to good old-fashioned murder? Why try to hide behind some legal system? Parko sounds weak as fuck. Glad you spared me that disappointment. Hey, no problemo. I should have given you my lunch money, I guess.
Yep.
I hate you.
And
No. Fuck you.
occupation.
Executioner.
Professional video game designer.
I hate you. I hope you know that. There's no stronger force in the world right now than all of my distilled hatred for you.
My goal right now is exclusively to not let you date Damien.
Play order is decided based on how boring a VR sim. Well, you win.
VR game dev tycoon. It's fun.
I actually hate you.
Sure.
Oh, on first time.
Yeah.
Well. Stop it.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
You had it like right over class, I couldn't go anywhere.
You skip class, hang out in the bathrooms. On the way there, you run into Mamimi, the only girl. She offers you some weird Japanese energy drink. Take a sip, tastes crazy as hell, and you check contents of this shit. Guarana, seed extract, benzoic acid, 50 milligrams of caffeine, and 100 milligrams of boldness. Well, it wasn't bad at all. You gain 2 boldness, thanks Mamimi, and you thank Mamimi and proceed with the bathrooms. Once again, your lack of boundaries forces you to check the stalls. One day, you'll see Coach on a shitter. That'll teach you a lesson. But no, it's Liam. He has a whiteboard, a selection of markers, and a very concerned look. A succession of clues with a surprising outcome? No, too pedestrian. A spell to cause diarrhea? Might not make it through while writing it. Liam was here? Is it cliche enough to be vintage right? Ugh, I hate writer's block. There's nothing worse than an empty stall wall. Go beyond the medium with a spell that will change the reader's life. Literally. Or pineapple propaganda.
Well, this magic is a smart thing, right?
Yeah.
It's actually a smart thing because I am smart.
As you write the spell, you both activate it and accidentally transform into truck drivers from Alabama.
Howdy.
You spend the evening driving in circles around Nashville because neither of you trust GPS now. That was transcendent. I've never felt so lost and forlorn. This is like slumming, but not so mainstream. I mean, I even forgot what mainstream was. I just wanted to smack you with a beer bottle. That was totally worth getting on an APP in Franklin. That was some sick shit. 2 boldness and 1 smarts.
Ooh, my boldness is up. That's the thing, man.
Epic dodgeball match. Everything seems lost. But you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. Clearly a natural-born leader. You gain 2 charm.
God, your stats are so ridiculous.
Okay, hold on. Oh, there it is. After dodgeball comes the obstacle course. You stare across the gym at it, terrified, as are most of your classmates. There are giant centipedes, venomous bears, bloodthirsty magpies circling just under the ceiling, and animals so bizarre, one can barely find words to describe them.
Good morning, students.
Alright, class. I've imported the special course from Regular Creatures High School in New South Wales, Australia. Don't be afraid. I believe in each and every one of you. These terrifying creatures will not break your will. I will not let you down, coach. Giant crocs don't scare me. This is not pee on my pants. Finally, worthy adversaries. What's that abomination over there even called? That would be a platypus. I'm gonna drag it to hell. The underworld has never seen such horror. Well, don't just stand there. Show them what you got. Clear the course. You gotta go native, mates. Oi, hold my beer. Or, whoa, have a look at them. They're so cute. Let's slay them with kindness. Grab your trusty Bowie knife, slam a 6-pack of Fosters, and wade into the obstacle course. You dispatch armed platypi, fend off magpies by whipping them with snakes. Shut up. And punch a koala. I'm gonna start pronouncing shit wrong on purpose. Fuck you. After winning an arm wrestling match against a drunk crocodile, you instantly became a hero. Whoa, that was awesome. You even made Coach cry. I know what a magpie is. They're fucking little shitbirds.
Speaking fast. I wasn't trying to be funny.
I'm gonna actually fucking piss right now. All over, everywhere. Fuck you. It's tears of joy. The will of youth really did find a way. Damien sees it too. I'm not crying. It's so much murder. The glorious slaughter of endangered animals will go down in history. You gain 2 fun, 1 boldness, and a lawsuit from Greenpeace.
Alright.
Everyone chooses a celebrity. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the players before clicking Sean Penn.
Channing Tatum.
Player orders decided based on how likely it is the selected celebrity is secretly a vigilante superhero.
Alright, we're gonna let the chat decide this because I have to go out of the room for a moment.
Oh, do you?
So we're gonna let the chat argue over who would be a better superhero.
Sean Penn or Channing Tatum?
I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie.
good. You just broke everything.
No, just move this slightly.
Go. Just go.
What do you hold up your hand?
Get out!
That's how secrets all about.
Channing Tatum, hands down. Channing Tatum. Sean Penn is an actor who does a bunch of, like, charity shit. What the fuck? Y'all motherfuckers in chat are weird. I love you. I love you guys. I love how weird you are. Give me a hot second, y'all. Ooh, excuse me. It's just us for a little bit, Because Mike is making himself useful for once in his miserable life. How y'all been? How's your day? It's very warm in here. I shouldn't have worn long sleeves. Whoops. I'm not good at this when I'm by myself. There's a reason that I have Mike around. Because, whew. Oh, awesome. And not so awesome on the college thing. In my experience, Buddhists tend to be peaceful babies. And I love them. Good Lord, have mercy upon me. I might put my hair up. What's taking him? I got a monster prom to go to. I should probably get better at this whole solo thing, to be honest. I apologize if I'm not all that entertaining by myself. I'm gonna work on it, I promise. And then one day I will be the funniest motherfucker on the planet. Probably not. But at least I'll be able to get rid of Mike. And that's a fucking upgrade, am I right? Ah, Mike said he's a garbage.
How's the discussion going?
What took you so long, you piece of trash? You won like 2 minutes after you left.
What can I say? I have responsibilities.
I need you to get me a hair tie.
Can do. Getting one without paying.
Yeah.
Tis an issue.
Motherfucker, piece of shit. You're fucking worthless to me.
You're still really mad about that, aren't you?
I'm furious. Eat shit. Eat piss.
Okay, but like when this runs over, we're gonna go back to being even, right? You're not gonna be mad all night, right?
I might make you play observer. Fuck you. Doctor Who.
Alright.
Alright, so you won. Channing Tatum wins.
I did, yeah. Is it like an instant thing?
Yep. Everybody agreed on Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum is a superhero.
They called Sean Penn a baby.
Sean Penn secretly being a superhero would not be suspected, though, for the record.
Oh, there's the interdimensional prince!
I like that.
Ooh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bump the microphone.
Alright,
I hate you. I hate you! You find Scott and Damien immersed in their favorite mobile game, Pokemon's
got a
Go,
lot of repeats this one, didn't I?
based on the classic Pocket Humans. My Reginald Bosworth uses income tax audit. Oh no, my Lindsay Roberts never saves receipts. It's super effective. Haha! And now for the finishing blow, the Reginald contracted lymphoma. Reginald's lymphoma deals 500 physical damage to him and 999 emotional damage to him and his loved ones. Woo! I win again! Why are all your Pokemon so unhealthy, Damien? Because I make them all smoke cigarettes and live next to toxic waste dumps. Obviously.
Obviously.
Maybe you should stop that? Where's the fun in that? Let's have another match! What are you two nerds doing? Nerding around? Nerd up, nerds! Whoa, Scott, is that you? We didn't recognize you under all that nerdery. What are you doing playing a dumb video game for stupid babies? But Pokemon isn't dumb. It's cool because no way is Scott gonna come up with anything. But if you do, maybe you can score some points with Scott or Damien. Show them that a phone equipped with Pokemon's Go can be used as a football, or say nothing and pelt them with steamed vegetables. Ah! Vegetables! We hate those! Stop it! Seriously, pelt us with ground beef or something. Or at least some sausages or pig's ears. What about some forks and knives? Or some knives and knives? I'm just gonna keep throwing knives. Ah! These knives are almost as bad as the vegetables! I hate you. I hate you so much. I actually wish death upon you.
He's not in this game.
Guys, come on. Stop throwing carrots and knives at my cousins. You stop, alright. As soon as the wolf pack have retreated at a range. Nice thinking. Finally, a use for vegetables. Damien barely remembers to take the knife out of his hand before high-fiving you. He does, though, so that's a win.
Let's go.
Oh, I got no bonuses for that.
You're enjoying a quiet meal by yourself when a wound opens in the fabric of space, revealing the interdimensional prince.
Greetings, my love.
Greetings, hero. I have a task for which no hands are fit but yours. A portal is sealed against me, which I have not strength enough to open. Please, help me break the seal. On this jar of kosher dill pickles!
You do like dill pickles.
Seriously? You take the jar from him, pop off the lid, and hand it back to him. Maybe he'll leave you alone now? Oh, bless you, hero! Your noble deeds deserve a noble title. Yes, I will give you one free noble title, redeemable now. Maybe he'll leave you alone if you accept the title. Anyway, having one would be sweet. You check his phone to see your options. Foreign minister in charge of extreme handsomeness or most unscrupulous treasurer. This one.
Yeah.
A most appropriate title indeed. You shall be in charge of exporting handsomeness from my dimension to yours. Here, have a month's supply of handsomeness, just to get you started.
Aww.
You're a bit offended that the prince thinks you need him to supply you with handsomeness, but this is really good stuff. Your eyes twinkle with youthful vitality and your teeth cause lens flares when you smile. Everyone in the cafeteria is stunned by your sun beauty. Maybe you won't bother exporting any of this handsomeness after all. You gain +4 charm. Can we take a look at my stats, please?
Yeah.
Player order decided based on how early you would die during a zombie apocalypse. Start debating now. I would run headfirst into the zombie horde, let's be honest with you.
You would die.
Instantly.
If it was a zombie apocalypse, you would die, definitely.
Instantly.
Like,
I would see my first zombie and run up and hug it and it would eat me.
Zombies in general, you might survive. A zombie apocalypse, you would just die instantly. Which means you go first, because it's based on who dies faster. I would actually survive for quite a while. Until the food ran out, then I'd be screwed.
Let's go.
Skip class and hang out in the bathrooms.
Because you respect no authority.
While in the bathroom, you tell yourself in the mirror that you're so bold you would kill a tiny big-eyed turtle with your bare hands. That monstrous act would instantly give you +500 boldness. But come on, you're just talking to yourself in the mirror. What's the merit in that? You know what? You keep 2 boldness anyway for saying that to yourself out loud. You're chilling out, not murdering anybody, when Damien slinks up to you. He's hauling a large sack with the words "definitely not a corpse" written on it. Hey, you're not gonna believe this, but there's definitely actually a corpse in this bag. You never would have guessed!
Yep.
Now, Here's the thing. I'm not saying I'm exactly responsible for making this corpse. At least not without my lawyer present. But let's say he and I apparently had very different definitions of rock, paper, scissors.
David picks scissors.
Anyway, I'm not interested in going back to jail, so I need you to help me hide this body real quick. It would be an extremely attractive thing to do. Luckily, hiding dead bodies is kind of your thing. You share your brilliant solution. Disguise him as a drinking fountain, no one will know the difference, or just chuck him in my garage. He'll blend perfectly with my collection of vintage dead bodies. You throw the corpse in the back of Damien's dread chariot and hoof it over to your garage. Holy hell, these are all yours? Some of these are total classics. Elvis Presley, Amelia Earhart. Fuck, you've got 3 popes here! I spent all this time trying to be a great murderer, when the greatest murderer of all was right next to me this entire time. Damien lovingly lays his mangled corpse next to your pristine collector's items, a look of awe on his face. Joke's on him, you're actually just a really accomplished grave robber. You gained 2 smarts and 1 charm.
Sure.
I love it. Alright, I still need more fun. My fun is so low.
I day doing recess. At one point, Juan, the small magical Latino cat, slips on a banana peel. You start to laugh at him. He asks you to stop, but you don't. You laugh so hard at him, you somehow steal 2 fun from him. Hooray! Afterwards, Liam walks up to you extremely nonchalantly. It's ridiculous how little he cares about this walk. After considerable thought, I've come to the conclusion that you're not a complete poser. And seeing as I could use a partner for my tragically hip late-night excursions, consider yourself invited. Tonight, 3 a.m. I'm sure you'll have no trouble coming up with an appropriately underground destination. I mean, it's not like I don't know any cool places to go or anything. I just want to give you an opportunity to prove yourself. Liam vanishes in a cloud of mist and angst. You've got 12 hours to choose the trendiest spot nobody's ever heard of. Monstropolis' most exclusive new nightclub,
Asterisk.
or the hottest, most underground nightclub of all the Earth's core.
Well, I know which one you would like, definitely.
You call Liam to tell him to meet you at Asterisk. You want me to meet you there? Where? Asterisk? You patiently explain to him that it is not pronounced asterisk, it's pronounced star? Are you saying star? You gently correct his pronunciation once again.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I dropped my mouse! I dropped my mouse!
It's absolutely sweet.
You tell him there's no reason to be crude about it. You know what? Whatever. I don't want to go to your stupid club anyway, asshole. Liam hangs up. It's a shame, asshole was pretty close to the correct pronunciation. You lose 2 charm and 1 smarts.
Hey, noob.
Got the best shot. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna ask him anyway.
What's up?
That is the agreement for this game.
Sure.
You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to Monster Prom with you. Prom? With you? How can I put this delicately? Fuck no.
What a loser!
Who needs prom? You focused on your career goal of becoming a renowned surgeon. You studied hard and passed all the tests. Unfortunately, no hospital wanted to hire you because it turns out that going to prom with a cool date is an essential requirement on a surgeon's resume. So you never got a job, and in the end you became homeless. Don't even dare to think the Monster Prom isn't important.
Let's go.
You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to Monster Prom with you. Prom? Burning stuff and committing murder might be badass.
Fucking metal!
But nothing is as badass as following your heart and believing unapologetically in love. Let's do this! Let's live our lives with 0 regrets! Prom, here we go!
Let's set the world on fire, baby!
Look at that boy.
He didn't tie his tie.
He probably couldn't figure out how.
But he put it around his neck. He just didn't tie it. Prom night was crazy intense. At one point, a classmate of yours criticized how Damien is always getting into fistfights, for which Damien punched him, starting yet another fistfight. You joined in and fought with him back to back. It was a super sexy choreographed fight, and you even exchanged trusting glances while watching over each other's backs.
Aww.
And that wasn't the only time that night you took care of Damien's rear. Wink. Ooh, I got laid.
I think he got laid.
Mike, most likely to get an anal bleaching.
Why does it always give me that one?
Damien is best at violence. Those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After Monster Prom, we kept living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning who we were and who we could be. And you know what? As it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Damien and Scott teamed up and took second in a national Pokeman tag tournament. The crowd was amazed. Their Pokeman team did taxes as if there were no tomorrow. It was a thing of beauty. Miranda started a non-profit to help countries without a monarchy, because all countries have the right to be graciously ruled by the Mer Kingdom. Liam started an iconoclastic band that broke all conventions. Their latest album has been a hit. It has no songs at all. Their album is actually just a banana set on fire. And be sure, Liam doesn't care if you don't get it. During those 3 weeks, Monster Prom seemed bigger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were lots of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Okay, so we're gonna swap over to Observer for a little bit, for about like another hour, so I want you to time it, and then we're gonna go back to this. We unlocked 6 new images in the gallery.
Okay. So you just think that again.
So, thank you guys for joining us for this. We'll be back in a hot second.